Hi, thanks for watching the presentation on market trends for Westborough, Massachusetts, the trends on housing. My name is Kiran Kumar. I am the principal agent at Key Prime Realty, the brokerage that helps you unlock your dream property. Do check out our services if you're buying or selling. Now, let's get to the presentation. This presentation is made up from the information collected in Realtor Property Network. The presentation contains close to 40 slides, so we'll just be brushing through them really quickly. The first and the foremost most important indicators on housing are on the first slide. The indicator on who is at the commanding helm as far as the market is concerned. So whether it is sellers, buyers, or balanced. So the market is, as you've seen everywhere in news, the market is really in favor of the sellers. So the balanced market is when the key indicator of the housing is the month's supply. The month supply of 6 months is considered a balance, but we are way below that month supply. It's just 1 month. Some of the towns in neighboring towns are even less than 1 month. So this is an indicator that combines the number of listings that are coming out of the market with respect to the current demand for housing. That means if no new listings come onto the market and if the current trend on the demand continues within a month, the inventory will be completely finished. So that is 1 month supply is considered very challenging for buyers, which we see in the marketplace right now. The list to sold price is 100% 0.3. That's a bit disappointing for Westborough as far as sellers are concerned. That indicates that the sellers are already listing close to the market peak and the buyers are not willing to go beyond the asking price. The median days is 21. That's also considered pretty hard. So within 3 weeks, the properties are going off market. Typically, most homes, if priced well, will be moving within the first weekend itself, but this is a median number. So there could be some properties which are listed outside the market norm, which are probably staying longer. So the 21 days is what we're seeing. Median sold price is 554. So that is the current August month's sold median price. Next is the housing statistic of median estimated value, that is the housing stock, and then the changes over a 12-month period as well as the from previous month to this month. So this has 4 graphs. One belongs to the Westborough, the city, and the county, Worcester County, where Westborough is part of, and Massachusetts in USA. So obviously Westborough is one of the premium towns, so the median estimated value trends much higher than the Worcester County, as well as Massachusetts, as well as United States. So the top 5 occupations within the city, I know this is not exactly a housing related stat, but it helps to see the demographics in order to understand the housing market. So yeah, obviously Westborough being a town of professionals, the majority of the occupation is white collar in the town of Westborough. Next, the housing facts. The median estimated value that we've seen in Westborough is 687K, which is almost twice the number that you have in Worcester County, and which is slightly higher than the Massachusetts average, and the USA, of course, much higher than the US. The estimated home value 12-month change, Westborough has seen a slight dip, whereas the rest of the indicators are all in positive. That indicates it's maybe the over sold housing market. That means the prices have already peaked, so they are trending are staying put or trending very slightly lower. The median list price, this is the 622, so this is listings. 1 month change, 12 month change. Yeah, 1 month change is not really a great indicator because there is seasonality to the market. So you always want to look at the 12 month change. So the exact same time last year, how it was versus how it is now. So the 11% dip in the Westborough valuation indicates that the prices have peaked last year and they have trended down since then. The median home age 47 years, that's about typical in Greater Boston area. Own versus rent, so this is a good indicator which shows the owner occupants versus the renters. The more the owner occupants, that means the town tends to move people upwards to the home ownership and getting them out of renting. So Westborough has a good mix of rental properties. There are a couple of very well known and huge size apartment complexes that are actually pushing this number close to the half of the population renting in Westborough. The August new listings. This is the new listings indicator in the month of August, how the listing count has come up. As we have been putting the numbers ourselves from our own data collected from our local MLS, the listings count has been overall in the Massachusetts state are trending down. But when it comes to the Westborough town, the new listing prices have obviously gone up. This is not the number of new listings, but rather the median list price. Obviously, since August 18, the list price kept on going up and up. And these some small dips in the middle indicates that it's just seasonality. Obviously, the list price during the winter months tend to go lower, and in the spring months tend to go higher. But overall, the trend has been pretty stable. The prices kept on going up. But Westborough has always been a premium town, so the median list price has typically been about a constant trajectory when compared to some of the other cities where the increase in list prices have been astronomically high when compared to the previous pre-pandemic versus post-pandemic. This dip is obviously, as you can imagine, so this was the second half of last year where there were only a few listings that came on market, and also the list price was much lower at that time. It could also be a data anomaly where you just have a few listings. That can tend to happen in the months of say December, late November to January months. The number of listings are very low, so this is just a data anomaly. Then the count of new listings, the number of properties that have come in the August month. The number of listings have been 23. So that's about the average going back to the 2018 August. Then median price per square feet. So this has been the trend in the county, in the state, nationally. The median price per square feet has been on the increase. And also it has gone up quite considerably since the pandemic. The median living area square foot, yeah, this just shows the housing mix in the city. The active listings, yeah, this includes new listings plus the listings that stayed on market prior to the month. So the total number of active listings, what is the median list price on those? Next, the active listings, the number of properties. So this combines the properties that have been on market from the previous month. Yeah, this tends to be exactly the same as the new listings, because as we have seen, the average or the median number of days on market for each property is just 20 days. So within a month, most properties are moving out of market anyways. Next, median days in RPR, it's 41 days in August. So that shows a little bit of an uptick, but that is due to the seasonality, nothing to do with any demand destruction or supply increase, but it's rather the median days has gone up in the month of August because of the seasonality. I know people are getting back to the schools, and town like Westborough, people move because of the school system, and people have settled down by now. So typically at this time of the year and next couple of months, the average or median days of the property tends to go higher a little bit. Then the median price per square feet obviously trending upwards. Then median living area square footage, this just shows the housing mix within the city tends to be stable, unless there is a whole influx of new build, which changes the composition of the median square footage of the homes. New pending listings. So there will be two sets of slides: pending listings versus new pending listings. The difference between new pending listings is that belongs to just the month of August, and the pending listings includes August plus the previous month's data too. So these are similar. So we'll go through just the new pending listings and then just quickly pass through the pending listings. The median list price is $697 and just trended considerably upwards. And then new pending listings, the numbers, it's 22. And then if you see the graph, there were some peaks during the spring months, but this is about typical for the month of August. The numbers have been more or less stable. And then median days on RPR, that's for the new pending listings, the median days, within 17 days, the properties have gone off market. The median price per square feet, trending exactly like it has trended all over. And then median living area square feet, this is the new listings, how big are the homes, which is more or less represents the composition of housing stock in the entire city. Pending listings, median list price. So this is an anomaly. I think the listings that have gone pending, it's close to 1 million. So that means there are a handful of properties. Yeah, if you do the averages, the graphs will be really skewed. One much bigger property could actually skew the numbers. That's why we use the median. But despite using the median, which is a more reasonable number, it still can skew the data sometimes if the number of pending listings have been really less in number, and also the median price is abnormal with respect to the historical data. So that shows that yeah, this I think only pricier listings have gone off market recently. The number of properties pending, it's 34 properties. This is a good sign. I think everywhere else we are seeing much lower activity, but in the town of Westborough, we are seeing 34 properties that have gone pending in the month of August. Pending listings, median days in RPR. So the properties have moved very quickly in the month of August. Median price per square foot is $374 per square feet. That's premium. That is typical of Westborough. Then median living area square foot is pending listings. Like we have seen, it's close to $1 million. The average, the median price. So that's because the median living area square foot is also 3,000. So the bigger homes have gone off market in this month. Median sold price. So yeah, this is from the these have gone under contract potentially the week before, so the month before, and the median sold price is 555. That's about typical, but this is obviously higher than the median sold price going back to the 2018. The number of properties sold, 24. It's also seasonal. August, if you go to the spring months, you typically see higher, but the spring of 23 is a different story because of the interest rates. The housing market froze. The number of listings went down drastically. So we had just there is no spring peak this year. List is sold 100%. That's yeah, some of the towns have done much better when compared to Westborough, but I think the list prices in Westborough have already been peaked already, so the buyers were not willing to put more. The bidding has been more or less at asking. So median days 21 days, that's pretty strong. Median sold listings, the median price per square foot is 355. That's about trend for this year, but when compared to the historic, I think it's much higher. Month supply of inventory. So this is the most important metric that we have mentioned in the beginning of this presentation. The months of supply of inventory is 1 month. That is very low. And as you can see, pre-pandemic versus post-pandemic. Pre-pandemic, we've seen 5.5 months of supply, which is pretty favorable. We cannot say favorable to the buyers, but it was reasonable for the buyers. But that 5-month supply has gone down drastically to 1 month supply. So that is why we are seeing bidding wars all over the place, and people are fighting for the properties. There are too few properties for too many buyers to chase. Median sold price again 735. Okay, number of properties sold, it's based on the public records. So the reason why we have MLS versus public records is because of some of the off-market properties. So based on the public records, the numbers could be slightly higher, because if properties transact in some private sales, or if they transact between some relatives without them getting listed in MLS. So this is a more comprehensive indicator. Sold home statistics. So this is price range of property sold. So this typically shows us where the transactions are happening. And then this is size of the homes in terms of square footage. This is the price range. And then this is the price per square feet. And then number of bedrooms of homes sold, and age range of homes sold. So this is a nice metric to track, and this probably is more interesting. So most of the properties getting sold in this median. So if you see a listing that is, say, these 3 listings, something has to be extraordinary about these listings for them to be getting sold at 500 plus price per square feet. So there got to be something special for those. So you got to be justify those. So essentially, yeah, this is an important metric that buyers should be looking at. Then this is a nice demographics chart, thanks to RPR, which collects this data from census.gov. This data is showing the people, so the population of the town, the population density, and then population change, which is one of the most important indicators of housing price trends. If the population growth is much more than the home prices, unless the construction activity meets the population growth, the prices tend to go higher, which we see in the Sunbelt areas where there is a net inward migration. Median age of the population, this also shows, so if the median age is for households with 4 or more, with the 2 children, school going children, that shows the demand for housing of 2 or more bedrooms will be higher. So these demographics will be very important if you are into home construction, or if you are looking at where the prices might trend high. So male to female ratio, that's about exactly split in the middle. In the occupational categories, this demographic is also good. There is what type of housing you would want to target if you're into the housing production. So is it workforce housing, or is it luxury, or is it what type of housing that you want to produce to meet the population? These are the economic facts, very important. What is the income per capita? The Westborough income per capita is doing much higher than the rest of the county, and better than the Massachusetts average, and it's obviously much better than the USA average. Then median household income is close to 100,000, which is much better. So the unemployment rate, yeah, this is, as we can see, the Massachusetts unemployment, for that matter, the whole US unemployment is around 3.5. So yeah, now pretty much the economy is doing pretty good. Number of unemployed, number of employed, number of labor force. Yeah, we do not have data for Westborough, but we have the data for the county itself. For Westborough data, I think one other data source that we would like you to refer to is city data. So that is where you could find the city specific, and also within the city, the city block specific data is available. In one of the other videos, I think we should be able to go through that. The unemployment rate, how it has been trending, obviously, yeah, this is pretty much in line with the national or the state numbers. Obviously, this huge spike was during the COVID shutdowns. Then quality of life facts, yeah, this is, I think, more or less the greater Boston areas tend to be about in the same ballpark. What is the average rainfall, and what is the elevation, annual snowfall, 60 inches of snow. Number of days of full sun, I think 83, and then travel time to work. Yeah, these are all really eye-opening indicators for quality of life. Then AARP, American Association of Retired People Livability Index, this shows the scores. Yeah, it would be interesting to see some of the retirement favorable states like Florida, where this AARP livability index is. Probably it's much higher than what we're seeing here. And then average commute times, yeah, this is good. How people commute to work. Do they do it by drive or public transport? And then average time it takes for people to get to work, less than 15 minutes, 15 to 30, 30 to 45, and yeah, this is one important indicator. So that concludes the housing market presentation on the Westborough town in Massachusetts. Again, this is Kiran Kumar. I work at Key Prime Realty, the brokerage that helps you to find your dream property. If you're buying or selling, do check us out and subscribe to our channel to get more insights into the housing data. Thank you. Thanks for joining. See you next time.